don't give me that look, Gex. I don't want to hear it. You know what you did. Greetings, mortals. This is Morevo once again, and welcome back to Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. I am more than moderately annoyed today because, while the first part of this episode was originally going to be dedicated to me completing this section of the hub area and getting all the collectibles and stuff like that, Gex decided he wanted to be a huge jerk and not cooperate half the time. So to get even with him, I'm going to spend the second half of this episode and the next episode trolling him right back. Oh yeah. Yep. Here it is. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. There's the meme. Go ahead. I will never understand how some memes like that... It's not even a very good pun. I'll be honest, it's not a good pun at all. I will never understand how that became popular. Alright, now, this bridge here has been the bane of my existence in the Lake Placid hub section for many, many reasons. First off, you can't see it, but there's a paw coin right below me. In 20 years, I have never once ever been able to get. And by the end of this run, I am so frustrated that I don't even try. There's also a fly coin right there, you can see it right there, that I make several attempts at, but I do eventually get. That fly coin is much easier to get than that paw coin right there. Yeah. That paw coin haunts me to this day and will continue to haunt me for the rest of my existence. This section right here is another tricky part. There is a bonus coin right up there. You can barely see it there. You have to have the perfect moving jump to get to it. I do make a few attempts to get it, but I'm not able to. The main issue is, again, it has to be a running jump, which requires a buildup of momentum and precise movement while you're running. I am not capable of those things. At least, not readily. If I were to spend maybe an hour trying at it, I'd be able to do it, but I don't have that kind of time, neither do you. And neither does Gex. Now the key to it, give me just a second here, is to use this minecart to jump up onto that door frame. Which, it sounds pretty easy. Most people are able to do it in a couple of tries. Me, I've been able to get there. I've honestly been able to do it, but for some crazy reason, in this attempt, Gex decided he didn't want to do it. So, I eventually just gave up. The best part is, though, I don't have to accept my failures here. I can just cut my failures out and blame it all on Gex. And if you don't get the joke, well, you don't get the joke. It was at this point that I realized I was missing a fly coin somewhere, other than that one. So I decided to go around looking for it. And along the way, I decided to use this infinite health TV to replenish my health. The infinitely respawning TV.
I'm a sucker for bugs.
I wish they had more of those in this game. But then they'd be OP. Especially if there were an extra life infinite TV somewhere. Hint, hint, I believe there is. Now, my search for this fly coin is where my frustration and anger reached its peak. And I finally gave up on trying to 100% Lake Placid. I looked and looked and looked to find it, to see if I could remember where it was. Eventually, I did find it. Right there. That little 1-second snippet of me walking past that chair, that was intentional to show you how incredibly stupid I was. I felt so incredibly stupid. That right there is where I decided to give up my goal of 100%ing Lake Placid. I wasn't mad at Gex, I was mad at myself. And so now, this episode and the next episode, I'm going to be taking it out on Gex. And thus ends the torture, and so beginneth the abuse. Gex, it's gonna be a nightmare for you the next couple of episodes. Enjoy it.
It's tail time!
This is the first level in the game that I do not like. This is where the levels start to get a little bit harder.
Load up your 6 guns and move them.
While the first remote on this level is really easy,
The donkeys use a man who saves can climb steep hills.
I do not like this level for, first off, the fodder.
Howdy!
See all these chickens running around? There's tons of them in this level. There's not just 2 or 3 in a spot. Sometimes you'll have 5 or 6 of them in one spot. And they are a pain in the butt to catch. And it seems I'm not the only one who feels this way about the chickens.
There's gold in them there, too!
This is the first level you will see me not get the 100 fly coin remote in. Mainly because of how treacherous this level is. Plus, my patience has pretty much been worn down by my quest for the 100 fly coins and the other things in Lake Placid, so... And alert, failure incoming. Yeah, I held on to the joystick for too long. In this level, when you die, if you have a checkpoint, you'll start off at that checkpoint near a hitching post with the donkey right next to you. The donkey, unfortunately, is also a hindrance because, as you'll see multiple times, when he bucks you off, he will buck you forward, and sometimes he can send you flying off a cliff. And when he doesn't send you off a cliff, he can... Well, I'm not going to spoil that for you. I'll point that out when I get there. It's a really stupid thing that shouldn't even be... It shouldn't happen. Another reason I don't like this level, the level design is terrible. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of country and western music. I enjoy listening to Marty Robbins. He's one of my personal favorites. I like the Old West and stuff like that. I even like that the level music is a rather heavy-handed nod to the good, the bad, and the ugly. It has the whistle in it. But I don't like the design of this level.
Let's get it on.
I'll continue this rant after the cutscene.
Hey there, you're looking mighty tired after a long day on the prairie. Are you one of them urban cowboys?
Shucks no, darling. I was thinking of heading into town, getting my tongue scraped.
Hey, quick draw, I have another idea. Why don't you get back to rescuing me?
Rescue smashcue, this lizard wants action.
You see, Gex, it's comments like that that get you barred from churches. Please stop that. Who am I kidding? It's only gonna get worse.
Lock and load, little
Yeah.
lizard.
Spoiler alert. There's a lot of really weird off-color stuff that Gex says, especially in the cutscenes. But to continue my rant from a few minutes ago, why are there cacti all over the place? I can understand a few cacti here and there, but no. There are some spots where the cacti are so congested that you almost can't move without bumping into one. You have to watch your step in most of the level. Now, that's not saying they're across the entire level that way,
Make my lunch.
but for most of the level,
Gecko's got
unless you watch your step,
That donkey.
you can't avoid taking some damage here and there. And let me tell you, it's a doozy. Now, that's not saying that this level doesn't have some cool things. There's a neat secret in this level that I end up taking advantage of quite a bit, especially here.
Howdy, Miss Kitty.
Now, right there, you seen the donkey buck me forward. We have a poison watering hole here. Now,
I could use that.
this section, this little hidden room behind the waterfall, there are 4 extra life TVs. My strategy, you whip all 4 extra life TVs. Take care of this guy right here. That sound is annoying.
I'm sorry, it must have been the beam.
Get all 4 extra lives. Then you find a cliff.
could use that.
Make sure you hit the checkpoint. The donkey's right there. You find yourself a cliff and jump off. You'll respawn right there with the donkey right next to you. You go back into the room. The extra lives are back. Rinse, repeat.
Night, baby.
Alright, now what you're supposed to do here you have this ghostly Undertaker who throws his heads at you. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to, just like with the presents and Santa Claus back in the Christmas level, you're supposed to throw the heads back at him. I have to stop for a minute and talk about the controls for the mule. I hate this donkey. Look at this. It's like trying to control a howler monkey riding a unicycle on a tightrope on hallucinogenic mushrooms. I know I talked about how bad the controls for the RC car or the Ski Kids Racing minigame in Ape Escape were, but this takes the cake. That donkey will get you killed more than the ghosts or the cacti will. Right here, because that donkey doesn't turn very well at all, and it ended up costing me a life. Now, the object of this particular mission is to collect the 5 of a kind, 5 playing cards. One of them is up there, but that's the last one you want to get because that track leads to where the TV is. And if you go up there and get it now before you have all the others, you have to go back up there later anyway. So it's better to just save that one for last. Now, something that I discovered by accident, if you're on the donkey and you just stand there facing perfectly toward the gravedigger or the undertaker or whatever, he can't hurt you sometimes. It seems to be inconsistent because I end up getting hurt later. But that is a fun little thing that you might try experimenting with. See if you can find whatever conditions there are to it, you know? Now here's a part where the mule can be a bit of a detriment sometimes. In order to get that minecart going, you have to face stick to the gold over here and have Gex climb his way over to the other side of the canyon. Climb up on the box, flip the switch. That'll get the minecart moving. Go back over to the other side. You have to be very careful with how you get off your donkey in this spot, because if you're not, he'll buck you off back down to that area with that little poison water hole down there with the extra life area where the first checkpoint is. And if you're not careful, you won't have your mule with you to get back up. So you'll either have to die, lose a life, or go back to the beginning of the level. Playing cards 3 and 4 are in this little cemetery up ahead. Out of the whole place, this to me seems to be the least treacherous. Because it's very easy to avoid those flames. And you get the 2 playing cards, then you can go back to where the minecart is and drop down to get the other one and finish the level. It is important to note that there are a bonus coin and I believe a paw coin on the tops of these 2 mausoleums that you can get to by going to the top of the hill, going to the outside of the fence, and jumping off from the ledge onto the tops of the mausoleums. Then you come back here. I tried to turn around here to get a better angle, but the donkey ended up falling because his turn radius is terrible.
You feel lucky, huh?
You get off the donkey, and that right there is where you want to go. You can see I spend a couple of minutes here trying to position myself so that I don't fall past it and into the pond, because I won't be able to get back up. Drop down, and there's a paw coin there.
Go ahead.
Number 5.
Make my lunch. Gecko's gotta
And
know his limits.
the TV is right through this entry here. This is why you want to get that particular card last. There you go. That is that one done. I complain about how much I hate this level, but for as treacherous and hazardous as it is, and for as much problems as it gives me, it's pretty straightforward. Like, it's a pretty linear level. You just gotta deal with all those cacti and the scorpions and the ghosts. And the mule. But as much as I hate this level, there is one level in this game that everyone who has ever played Gex 3 hates even more. The most universally despised level in the whole game. And you'll be seeing that next time. See this right here? This is what happens when you combine bad controls with bad reflexes. You get death. Normally,
Boxcar
I
Willie is my
enjoy
favorite hobo.
Gex's
Nasty,
little
nasty.
one-liners, and often I have the blabbermouth cheat going when I'm playing the game. But that's because normally in most of the levels, there are enough voice lines to make it not as annoying, at least for me. But no. In this level, they didn't record anywhere near as many, apparently.
You feel lucky?
Either that or they cut a whole bunch of them out. And so Gex ends up repeating the same 3 or 4 over and over and over. And it gets really old really fast.
I'm a
I can see now why some people joke and meme about Gex being such a motor mouth. Now, after I get this checkpoint,
There's some duty.
you'll see exactly why I hate the controls on this donkey so much. Right there. See that? Came to a stop right at the edge. Jumped to try to turn myself around. Nothing. I got that checkpoint. You can throw yourself off a cliff and end up right back there. No muss, no fuss. And I got plenty of extra lives to spare, so I'm not worried.
I'm sorry, it must have been the beans.
Now pay attention. See, right there. You gotta watch your
Lucky
step.
punk?
Now, you can't get back up there without the donkey. So, what do you gotta do? Time to jump off a cliff. Trust me, it's faster than going back to the beginning of the level.
Boxcar Willie is my favorite
Now again,
hobo.
I complain about this level and how much I hate it.
Fixing to kill you.
My only real gripes are the level design and the fact that the donkey controls like a donkey. Other than that,
Howdy. There's some duty.
it's not the
Gecko's
worst
gonna
level
know
in the
his
game.
limitations.
I'm just straight up gonna say it. You'll be seeing the worst level in the game next time. Now, there is one more level in this hub area that I will still come back and play. But I'm gonna go to the next hub area for the purposes of showing off just how terrible I am at this game. The worst level in the game happens to be on one of my favorite subjects, Greek mythology. And in order to show off how terrible I am and to appropriately make Gex suffer, that's where I'm going. Until next time, this has been Warevo. Thank you for joining me, and God bless.